this off. Okay, it's been a while since I've been in front of a crowd of people, so bear with me here. Okay, so hello everyone. On behalf of Hutchinson's Associate's Degree of Nursing, class of 2021, we would like to welcome all of our friends and family. And because we're in the middle of a pandemic, virtual and streaming has become the thing. So hello and welcome our friends and family from wherever you are watching this. And hello YouTube and anyone else on the World Wide Web. And which I will add hello to our future potential employers and coworkers. Just a few housekeeping things. We do ask that you keep your mask on at all times to adhere to social distancing guidelines. I know it's probably been a minute since any of you have been to a movie theater, but please silence your cell phones now. If you do leave the building during the ceremony, you will not be able to come back inside, so please stay here. Okay, now that we got that squared away, I'd like to welcome Ms. Dion for our opening prayer.
Dear Heavenly Father, thank you for bringing us to this day of celebration as we acknowledge the achievement of all these students. Although this journey may have been occasionally tough, help us to understand that it's often through adversity that we grow. Thank you for giving them the fortitude, the skills, and determination to come to this day deserving the title Graduate Nurse. We acknowledge your hand in this. In the name of your Son, we pray. Amen.
Hello again. My name is AJ Valderrama, and I'm one of the class representatives. It is my absolute gift and blessing to be able to welcome you all here to our 2021 pinning ceremony. Before we get started, I'd like to do a little activity. Don't worry, there is a method to this madness. If you can all just look to your right and just be like, hey, what's up, how's it going? What's up, buddy? And then look to your left and be like, hey, how's it going? See, now you're all best friends. That might have been a little silly, but and kind of weird, but not until about a month ago, we didn't even know if we were going to have an in-person pinning ceremony, and now we're all here together to be able to share this achievement and this special moment. However, none of this could have been possible without our wonderful professors and our faculty members. With that said, we, the whole class, have a little surprise lined up for everyone. If we can please have Professor Stack, Professor Hackler, Professor Dion, and Professor Vicky please stand up. So each one of these four wonderful educators will be retiring in the next few months, two of which this would have been their last semester. So as a class, we all pitched in and wanted to present them with a little something and to say a couple of words to remember us by. Hopefully all good things. You guys are basically our nursing Yodas, and we're basically your Jedis in training. But the ones who turn out more like Luke Skywalker and not so much like Darth Vader. You guys are also the Dumbledore and Professor McGonagalls that have set the foundation on the start of our magical careers in this magical profession that is nursing. Although, hint, hint, hey Hogwarts, some of us are still waiting on our acceptance letters to get sorted into our houses and possibly try out for Quidditch. Thank you. So without further ado, I would like to present Vicky Sams, who is our first year professor who has been a professor here for 16 years. Ms. Dion Saunders, also our first year professor who has taught here for 23 years. Professor Gay Stack, our second year professor who has been here for 29 years. And we have Ms. Debbie Hackler, the director of our nursing program, and who is also one of our professors, also for 29 years. So if we can all please stand up. And give these four superheroes a round of applause. Thank you. I told you there was a method to this madness. Okay, and now I would like to introduce our student speaker. It's not me. Let me tell you a little bit something about Carrie. She is not just a wonderful, kind, intelligent, curious, and profusely hilarious human being, using big words, nursing words here. She encourages, supports, and uplifts everyone that surrounds her. She is not just a nursing student and will soon officially be an ER nurse. She's a mother, a military wife, and a Mimi to two beautiful babies. So friends, family, YouTube, and our future employers and coworkers, Carrie Rupert.
This speech was originally written for our virtual graduation slideshow, so this now takes on a completely different meaning being here in person. I would first like to take a quick moment to mention last year's nursing students who did not get the privilege and well-deserved honor of participating in their pinning. Welcome, everyone. I hope you are enjoying this in-person graduation. To our husbands, wives, family, and friends who rode this roller coaster ride with us, thank you for sticking it out with us, and we really appreciate all of you for coming and attending our in-person pinning ceremony. I can't say that enough. In-person pinning ceremony. When we thought we were having a virtual pinning via YouTube, I was asked by a few of our classmates if I would be your student speaker. I find that funny, now that you're asking me to speak after I was counseled in Dion's office for speaking too much in class. Well, I happily accepted the invitation because I thought this would be the best opportunity to address you all with a long-awaited message that I had been wanting to share with you all for some time. But due to scheduling conflicts and social distancing, it hasn't been possible for all of us to be in the same place at the same time. I've had the privilege over the past 2 years to be a part of your conversations, to overhear some, and be confided in when some of you needed some experienced advice. I've heard some really impactful stories and some heavy things that I will continue to carry with me. But most of all, your stories are inspirational. So now that I finally have you all in one place at the same time, here we go. I do not have the intention of giving a traditional or typical graduation speech, because this was not a traditional or typical 2 years of nursing school. I'm not here today to deliver you with an inspiring few words that will carry you throughout your nursing career or to motivate you to conquer that NCLEX test. I'm also not going to repeat all the reasons that we all gave when we were asked, why do you want to be a nurse? What I do want to deliver is our history. What is the definition of history? History.com states, history is the branch of knowledge dealing with the past events. What we have already experienced in the past 2 years is now our history. Attending and surviving nursing school without any of life's normal interruptions was going to be a challenge in itself. I know we all started off with normal worries and daily stressors that we all had to tackle, in addition to attending lecture, doing care plans, studying for tests, and passing those tests with a 79% or higher, and making it to clinicals with no help from our Kansas weather system. Well, to add to that challenge, 2 of our fellow students started off their first semester of nursing school in their 8th month of pregnancy. Cassandra delivered her baby on a Friday via C-section, and she returned to school the following Monday. I thought, wow, this young mom, she was going to deliver a baby, return to nursing school, and continue to pass? Well, she did, and she did it well. 2 weeks later, Brandy delivered her baby. And again, I thought this young mom is going to deliver a baby and come back and tackle nursing school. She too returned just a few days after delivery, and she did it successfully too. Several students participated in the KU BSN Bridge program on top of the regular nursing program. As the semester continued, so did the challenges. But when the second semester started, we felt maybe we have our footing and we might be ready to take on another semester. Little did we know the size of the interruption that was in front of us. We all went home on a Friday, and we were told Sunday night that we would not be returning to the classroom due to the coronavirus. We would now learn to Zoom for lectures and test at home. We now spent clinical days in a virtual patient's room passing out medications. We all grew tired of the isolation. We quickly learned how much we missed each other. And our mental health became a struggle. Third semester approached, and we had no idea how to prepare. But Paul, Michaela, and Christine joined us in the bridge program from LPN to RN. Imagine jumping onto an already moving train and trying to stay with it. Well, that's what they had to do, and they did it well too. As that third semester started, we all quickly figured out voice over PowerPoints, 1-hour labs to learn a whole new skill, and how to be divided into 3 separate classrooms to maintain social distancing. To keep with the theme of interruptions, it continued without slowing down or showing us any mercy. Jody's husband was diagnosed with a brain tumor. One of our classmates' parents was deported. Beth's child was diagnosed with an autoimmune disorder. My spouse had to endure surgery alone due to our clinical schedule. A few students had to move during school, but other students took them in. 2 students got married. Stephanie was gifted 2 new babies to love. And some students actually got COVID-19. We've had family members pass away, and we were unable to attend their funeral. My daughter and son-in-law lost their home due to Hurricane Laura, and she had to come home to stay with us with our then 3-year-old grandson Tegan and 6-week-old granddaughter Sutton until it was safe for them to return. Shauna's fiance broke his back in a swimming accident. Ashley lost her dad unexpectedly. We've even had a few cancer scares within us. The reason why I am reminding all of us of these life-altering events is to inspire each other, remind each other of what we have already accomplished. I do hope that the other students' stories inspire you, but you all should be inspired by your own story. Winston Churchill summed it up best when he stated, "Never let a good crisis go wasted." So what do I hope you take away from this? Well, when you're about to enter that first patient's room and you are once again filled with doubt and you know you can't do it, please pause for just a moment and remember your history. Thank you all for listening. God bless you.
I get the honor of introducing the guest speaker for you today. Our guest speaker earned her MD in 2000 and completed her pediatric residency in 2003, both from the University of Kansas School of Medicine. She has been a board-certified pediatrician since 2003 when she began her practice in Hutchinson, Kansas. She has been involved in the Kansas chapter of the American Academy of Pediatrics and served on the board of directors for 10 years. She has also served as a member of the Immunization Kansas Coalition and has served on multiple committees at Hutchinson Regional Medical Center over the past 18 years. Prior to medical school, she graduated with an International Baccalaureate Diploma from Wichita East High School in 1993 and a BA in microbiology from the University of Kansas in 1996. She also worked in surgery at St. Joseph's as a transporter and an aide, as an EKG tech, a phlebotomist, and as an intern for Kansas City Pediatric Hospital. I think she has paid her dues. She's been married for 25 years with 4 kids. One is graduating from HutchCC this spring. She also is an avid sports mom, so involved in soccer, volleyball, cross country, soccer, basketball, track, and soccer, if you get the message there. She likes to run, lift weights, garden, cycle, knit, and crochet. She's also participated in 7 full marathons, over 20 half marathons, 3 ultra marathons, one of which was 50 miles, and 1 half Ironman. This is not a couch potato. It's my honor and privilege to introduce and welcome your guest speaker, Dr. Ellen Lasso.
Good afternoon. I'm sitting here listening to Dion read off these things and thinking, who is that person? And she kind of sounds like a crazy old lady, and good grief. And then I remembered I had to bring my old lady glasses with me so I could read what I wrote, and I guess maybe I do fit the bill. Thank you very much for inviting me to be here today. I hope you're not sorry. When Dion told me that your class had asked me to speak at your pinning, I really didn't know what to think, and I might be the only person here today who wishes it would have been virtual. It's a lot of pressure, and especially after you read off everything, I didn't realize she would actually read all of that. I was honored. It's flattering. I was also a little bit confused. Why would you choose me? But thank you. I really didn't know what to say. It took me a lot of thinking and time and messages to Dion, like, oh my goodness, what am I going to tell these young people? This time of year, I'm sure there are a lot of, you're going to go out and conquer the world kind of speeches that are being said. A lot of messages across the nation, the places you'll go, Dr. Seuss type things. Probably a lot of them do reference COVID and the pandemic and what a year 2020 was. And I think this is really kind of a 2020 plus one type of year as well. I saw on Facebook on one of my memories today a really funny meme, and I'm a little bit irreverent, so I'm going to go ahead and say what it said to you. 2020 felt like a little bit like getting stuck halfway through putting on a sports bra after not fully drying off from a shower, and now I'm waiting for Jesus to come and cut me out of this thing. So I think at least most of us women can probably relate to that. Guys, you'll just have to use your imaginations. But I'm going to be a little bit of a realist for you here today. Some of you might go out and conquer the world. That would be amazing. Most of you won't. You might find a job you're happy with, or I hope you can at least live with. You might find a dream job that pays a few dollars per hour over what your average pay is as a new grad. You might not. Some of you will work in offices, nursing homes, school nurses. Some of you will work with new babies, elderly dementia patients, vaccines, yay. Checking rashes, changing diapers, so many different things to do as a nurse. Personally, I just want you to remember that the diapers are smaller in pediatrics. Okay. But there are a few things that I do want you to remember as you go forward. We are a team. We are a team of healthcare professionals, and we each play a different role. But we cannot function without the other. The Christian scriptures talk about members of the church functioning like different parts of the body. The healthcare team is very much the same. We must all work together to make our team function well. It does not work if we are a team full of eyes or fingers or even brains. Without the rest of the body parts doing what they're designed to do and playing their role, it just doesn't work. So if your role doesn't seem terribly significant, do not be discouraged. You are important. And as I'm sure you've all learned, even the big toe is important in the functioning of the body. You are important and your role is valuable. Secondly, you will do hard things. You already have in listening to our speech already given by Carrie. Many of you have overcome incredible obstacles and you have been bonded together through battle, and your friendships should be treasured and valued. You have already accomplished many difficult things. You will continue to face hard things. That will be a privilege. There will be times when you will celebrate joy, times that you see despair in the lives of your patients. As healthcare professionals, I want you to remember that you are invited into the most intimate moments of your patients' lives simply because of your title. People you have never met before, but you walk into that room and you are invited into life and death moments with them. You will be there when the lives do enter and when the lives leave this world. People will not forget the moments that you were there to assist. You have a crucial role there. You have the privilege of walking alongside these patients as they are teetering on a ledge. You can help them go through these moments with grace, or you have the opportunity to cause that moment to maybe not go in a good direction. So remember that privilege. Remember that with a caring nurse, even a horrible diagnosis can be softened, or the opposite, a joyous moment could be squelched. Our actions can frame the picture of those moments in those patients' lives. Next, some of you will be respected from the moment that you set foot on the floor. Some of you will also face disrespect. Maybe you already have. Some of you have had significant experiences already, disrespect, discrimination. Some of you will be valued for your role in the healthcare team from your first moment of work. Some of you will have to fight for that. I hope that if anyone asks you as you go out and you become nurses, if they say, what kind of nurse do you want to be? I had that asked of me when I was a medical student regarding becoming a doctor. I hope you say a good one. Because if you're concerned about becoming a good nurse, you're already halfway there. Next, I want you to remember that there may be times that you will be rewarded. These ladies have worked very, very hard for decades, and I'm so glad to see that you're rewarding them for their efforts and how much they've put into your education today. There may be other times when you don't get any recognition whatsoever, and you have worked very hard, given sweat and even tears to your patients. I wager that recognition is not the reason most of you chose nursing for your profession. You are caregivers. You give and you care. So lastly, in conclusion, I want to tell you that our community is very fortunate to have another wonderful class ready to step into the battle that we face against disease, misinformation regarding medicine and science, and the healthcare system that sometimes can lose its focus. The focus is the patient. We are here to do that together as a team. Congratulations on your achievements. You have passed the classes, taken the tests, learned all the things. You did it. You earned it. Now the real work begins. So in conclusion, I want you to remember one last thing. You can do hard things. You're a nurse.
I want to take this opportunity to first say good afternoon and welcome to the May 2021 Associate Degree Nursing Pinning Ceremony. Thank you to those of you who are joining us here at the arena, but mostly thank you to those who are online and YouTube who are joining us as well. Myself, my faculty and staff would like to say how much we appreciate you and how much we value your presence. If you can imagine it, you can achieve it. If you can dream it, you can become it. The profession of nursing has had a long history of traditions. White starched uniforms, fashioned with white shoes, and for females, white hose. And for some uniforms, there was even a pinafore apron. You may have to ask some of us up here what that is. In other words, it was a distinct uniform for a distinct profession. Or consider the long tradition of the nursing cap. Each school had its own. It was a unique shape, a unique style, and each cap had a specific colored band that circled it. In other words, it was a distinct cap for a distinct program. But it is this tradition, that of receiving the nursing pin, that has survived for all programs. This pin is given to every nurse upon graduation, and it is so much more than a mere piece of jewelry to be given and then hidden away until the right occasion or the right time. Instead, this nursing pin has the unique purpose of connecting you, graduates, with all the other nursing graduates that have gone before you. Each college designs its pen, and it represents the practice of nursing as well as the educational preparation of the wearer. It's a distinct pen for a distinct program. However, audience, you will note no white uniforms, no white shoes, no white hose, nor will you note a distinct white cap ever so carefully and precisely placed on the female graduates. But this one tradition you are soon to witness is the presentation of receiving of the pen. It is a special time that's set apart for these 35 graduates to honor them for their accomplishments. Join me for the next few moments to see the true meaning of this celebration, which I will call the 3 R's of penning. Graduates, your pen is a unique octagon shape with the words Hutchinson Community College and the initials ADN for Associate Degree Nursing around the perimeter, with a lamp and a pair of hands located in the center. The colors gold, red, and blue make up the accents. Today, these characteristics will represent the words risk taker, relationships, and reward. The words that form the perimeter are there to say you were never alone. These words were only the start of the relationships, friendships, and yes, camaraderie that has formed among you. One of the favorite descriptions I like to use for friends is to think of them this way, and all of your relationships. Friends in your life are like pillars that stand on your porch. Sometimes they hold you up. Sometimes you lean on them. But sometimes it's just comforting to know that they are there. Graduates, today does not exist without your family and your friends. They supported you, they encouraged you, they believed in you. Walter Winchell wrote, "A real friend is the one who walks in when the rest of the world walks out." Graduates, look around this stage, look around beside you and behind you. Look around in the audience, up in the bleachers. These were the strong pillars that you could lean on. These were the pillars that on your path and your journey, when you stumbled and almost fell, they were there to help pick you up and keep you going. These were the individuals you knew you could count on. They were always available when you needed them. The blue background of the lamp and the hands with a thin ring of red forms the outline of the centralmost part of your pen, and it denotes the blue color and the red. It denotes the qualities of a risk taker. Blue denotes depth, stability, confidence, intelligence, and faith, while the red denotes courage, action, and determination. The story is told of an individual by the name of King Camp Gillette. He dreamed up this cockeyed invention that caused his investors, metal engineers, and the most brightest individuals, experts at the Massachusetts Institute of Technology to snicker and laugh at him. In their minds, there was no way a razor blade could be created sharp enough to create the clean shave a man requested, and yet cheap enough to throw away. Yet Gillette had confidence and determination, and he labored for 4 years to produce his razor blade. It took him another 6 years to get it on the store shelves. His labor for the first year mounted to 51 razor blades. He could have stopped. He could have said, all those experts were right. This really was a cockeyed invention, but he never gave up. He kept the faith, because the following year, he sold 90,844 razor blades, and the number continued to rise. You see, graduates, anything in life worth pursuing takes risks. Just like Gillette, you had to put something aside, and we just heard what that was from Carrie. You had time away from your families, from your own wants, your own desires, from food, from money, and for some, even security you had to put aside. But regardless of your sacrifices, and like Gillette, it might have taken you 2 or 3, and some of you 5 years to get to this stage, the rewards for your nursing career will be priceless and innumerable. Lastly, consider the color gold. Gold is the color of wealth and success. Gold is commonly associated with prestige, influence, and prosperity. But it also is considered generous and compassionate. It is indefinitely optimistic, uplifting, and enlightening. It inspires us, and it gives us the confidence to reach our potential. It's such a fitting pen to be the color for the 2 remaining items of your pen, which is the lamp, the nightingale lamp, and the pair of hands. The symbol of the lamp is related to one of the most significant figures in the profession of nursing, Florence Nightingale. The lamp represents the traditions of selfless work and dedication that she and those who worked with her during the Crimean War gave. They were dedicated caregivers. They worked countless hours. They gave care to the injured and the sick. It was the lamp that helped to guide them through that time as they assessed and evaluated the progress of their patients. Today, both the hands and the lamp hold the same symbolism, the work and the dedication you have given throughout this year. More importantly, though, it will represent the countless hours of care and dedication you will give during your professional nursing career, which is the true reward of nursing. Graduates, there are countless stories on the internet, countless stories at every healthcare facility of why individuals would describe their rewards for being in nursing. And all will tell you it goes far beyond the paycheck. It's about the satisfaction. It's about helping. It's about caring. It's about giving your all. I can and I did make a difference, many of them will say. When I go to work, I say I can make a difference in somebody's life. And when I leave, I say I did make a difference in someone's life. I began by saying, if you, graduates, can imagine it, you will achieve it. If you, graduates, can dream it, you will become it. Graduates, you took the risks, you stood out for the profession. Yet you found along your way, along your path, that you were not alone with pillars that were there to help you, your family, your friends, your peers. Your rewards are waiting, and I believe that they will far outweigh your expectations. Graduates, wear your pin proudly.
At this time, I'm going to start reading off your names to come and get your pins. Yeah, please stand. Brandy Bodine. Chelsea Bothwell. Thank you for the support throughout this journey. I could not have done it without you all. Love y'all. Alexandra Clark. Thank you to my family and my few dear friends who helped me weather these past 2 years. I couldn't have done it without you. Shauna Collins. Shauna wants to give a shout out to all of her family, friends, classmates, and professors that pushed her through. She will be going to St. Catherine Hospital in Garden City, Kansas to work in OB, NICU, and PEDS. Zachary Collins. Zach would like to thank his friends, family, and mentors at Hutchinson Hospital in the ICU for all of the support along the way. After graduation, he's going to work in the cardiothoracic ICU at Via Christi St. Francis. Kylie Cornelius. Ashley Delamora. First, I would like to say thank you to all my support team. I want to say thank you to my husband, Fernando, my sister, Erin, and my dad, Bill. I can't thank anyone enough for the support they've showed. I would like to dedicate my nursing degree to my dad, Bill Nelson. Katie Good. To my family, thank you for always believing I could do this. You were right. And to my fellow nurses, don't ever let anyone treat you like you're an expired 24-gauge butterfly in the thumb. You're a 16 in the left forearm with excellent blood return, you beautiful thing. Bianca Gutierrez. Thank you, Mom, Dad, and Ivan for the continuous love and support. And thank you to my second family, the T's, for believing in me along the way. It's our milestone. Megan Gutierrez. A special thank you to my husband for putting up with some major attitude for 2 years and still agreeing to marry me in the middle of my hardest semester. I'd also like to send a huge shout out to my support system. I wish I could name you all, but we'd be here all afternoon. Sarah Harder. Sarah plans on working as a pulmonary nurse at Hutchinson Regional Medical Center before pursuing her dream of being a traveling ICU nurse. Molly Hasker. Dinah Kane. A huge thank you to my family and friends for all of your love, support, and encouragement. Savannah Littlepage. I would like to thank my family and friends for putting up with me through these long 2 years, and I would especially like to thank my mom, who is an amazing nurse, for being extremely helpful and supportive through this journey. Katie Locke. I could not have finished this program without the support of my family and friends. Thank you all for putting up with me. I'm glad we all survived. It truly does take a village. Kylie Martinez. Thank you to my friends and family for your support, kindness, and encouragement through this journey. It made these 2 years bearable and obtainable through the trials and errors. I am blessed to have you in my life. Michaela Mays. I want to thank my fiance, Deontay, for the endless encouragement and support throughout my nursing school journey. I'd also like to thank my classmates for making the long days fun and entertaining. Samantha McDaniel. Thank you to my family and friends for supporting me along this journey. Savannah Montgomery. To my family, friends, and instructors, thank you for your patience and kindness. To my boo, thank you for your support and love during this wonderful journey. I love you. Lindsay Puser. I would like to say thank you to my siblings and boyfriend for being my shoulders to lean on during this journey. Thank you to my parents for endless encouragement and financially supporting me through this. Katie Good, thank you for being an awesome roomie and study buddy these last 2 years. Lastly, I'd like to thank our faculty for paving the pathway for us future nurses. We did it. Cassandra Pyburn. To my study group, my family, and Joey, thank you for always believing in me. To my children, Renee and Connor, I started this journey for myself. However, when faced with a worldwide pandemic, killer bees, sub-freezing temperatures, and Zoom meetings, you too are the sole reason I pulled through. I've accepted a full-time night position at Rice County District Hospital. Mama did it. Christine Reed. I want to thank my kids, family, and friends for putting up with me during this last year. Last but not least, I'd like to thank my best friend, who just so happens to be my husband. Thank you, Mike, for being my rock and pushing me to finish my dream. I love you all. Carrie Rupert. To my own personal cheerleading squad, the Rupert family, thank you for supporting me when I didn't have time to support you. Thank you for your sacrifices, endless encouragement, and occasional verbal kick in the butt that reminded me I can do this. Thank you for letting me miss out on your life so I could pursue one of my own. Love your wife, mom, your mother-in-law, your Mimi. Jody Smith. I want to thank my family for understanding and sacrificing their time with me to allow me to study. A special thank you to my husband, Eric, for listening to me vent and helping me study, and to my mom for being my clinical crash pad. Love you all, and I couldn't have done it without you. Mallory Smith. Thank you to my husband, Dugan, for believing in me and giving me unlimited support. And a big thank you to my children, family, and friends. Haley Southern. Paul Sticka. Thank you to everyone that believed in me and provided me with all the prayers and support I needed to reach this day. Friends, family members, coworkers, and classmates, you're all the best. Heidi Thiessen. Thank you to my family, friends, and boyfriend who have given me an extra love and support over the last 2 years. Love you guys. Caitlin Ulbrich. Thank you to my family and friends for all the support and encouragement as I follow my dreams. AJ Valderrama. Thank you to my tribe, my friends and family who drove from afar to share this special day with me. Thank you for all the unconditional love and support. Thank you, Hillary, for sharing this journey with me. Thank you to all my professors for the nursing conditioning to get me to the finish line. Beth Vilmer. Thank you to my husband, family, and friends for all the love and support. Love you all. Cadence, Mama loves you. Kai Wegerly. A special thank you goes to my wife, Brenda. Thank you for always pushing me to be my best and for reminding me that I'm capable of anything I set my mind to. You've shown me that there are no limits to what we can do on this earth. Sky Werner. Stephanie Young. To my sweet babies, Mommy thanks you so much for believing in me and giving me so much unconditional love. I love you guys to the moon and back. Rhett Penner, thank you for being my #1 supporter. I love you.
Would our graduates please stand? It's a tradition as we light each other's candle that we also partake in the Florence Nightingale Nursing Pledge. If you guys would join me in saying the pledge, it's in the front page of your bulletin. I solemnly pledge myself before God and in the presence of this assembly to faithfully practice my profession of nursing. I will do all in my power to make and maintain the highest standards and practices of my professions. I will hold in confidence all personal matters committed to my keeping in the practice of my calling. I will assist the physicians in this work and will devote myself to the welfare of my patients, my family, and my community. I will endeavor to fulfill my rights and privileges as a good citizen and take my share of responsibility in promoting the health and welfare of the community. I will constantly endeavor to increase my knowledge and skills in nursing and to use them wisely. I will zealously seek to nurse those who are ill, wherever they may be and whenever they are in need. I will be active in assisting others in safeguarding and providing for the health and happiness of mankind.
You can blow your candles out. We will pray. So, Heavenly Father, thank you for these students who are graduating today and will soon take their place beside their teachers as registered nurses. Thank you for preparing them for this very noble service that allows us to unselfishly care for all people. As they go into all kinds of new challenges, remind them that it's a true privilege to attend to their patients during times of great celebration as well as times of terrible grief. Continue to bless them. And when they feel powerless and unsure, help them to remember that you are the ever-present source of peace, strength, and courage to do what is best for each patient. We ask that you would lift them up and bless them as they leave us today and head out to the new adventure you have planned for them. Help them to know what it takes to make a difference. We pray in your Son's name, amen.
It is now my distinct honor, privilege, to take this opportunity and present to those online as well as those within this venue the May 2021 graduates from the Associate Degree Nursing program.